Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
What do? Rumble has been totally ignored, very strong. You do have a decent helping of AP already in your composition with the Azir, and even, you know, some
Varus,
Varus. But Eek in the mid lane just wants to take the 1v1 and exert that pressure on in. Now Beryl does not care, puts them together, and Henna moving forward, gets the bailout, and picks up the first blood, immediately goes down though, and now it's Execute on the run.
That was
still a bit of an issue on the bottom side, as you mentioned. And, okay, looking for a player on a BDD who's just going to get grabbed by Execute, who's in mid lane. And even Hui is not able to help out this time around, so BDD just not expecting a Renata game.
Perfect up. But that's it.
Hand shook, but Execute goes for the bailout, and Beryl is just surviving. Varus not enough damage at this point, hits level 6, and does pick up at least the kill. And a miss here on the...
As looks like we're going to see the Foxes take this first, or rather second Drake, excuse me, in.
Yeah, it's funny that with all of the pressure in the bottom side from Beryl and
He's going to continue to do here, in this case, is
okay. He's just going to flash. Little ults, little trade back. Willer's going over the wall. Doesn't expect Pyoshik to be here. Q is going to miss from Pyoshik, and now he's low, and that's a bunch of soldiers right on top of him, as BDD is not able to trade it back. Willer's so low.
Flashless as well.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they're going to get into this river. Execute's taking some damage early on. Some nice poke comes in. Another Molten Fissure trying to open up in a lane into this one. Now Udir's just going to sprint at them. In goes Closer, finds Beryl. That's a free way. And down he goes. Closer's taking a lot of damage, though. Ult is going to hit nothing. And Perfect is just a menace there in the pit. Execute getting low as well, but BDD is being hounded by 3 members as they go back in. Pyoshik looking for a kill on Varus. And now with Deft here pretty healthy.
Of course, down if Willer doesn't do something about it here. The wave is still thick, and 6 Void Bubs. This is the power of this composition. Yeah, you didn't have the cleanest fight on the Herald for FearX, but then also a huge win in terms of turret gold for KT.
Yeah, I mean, Deft was pretty safe the whole time. I feel like he could have gotten even more aggressive. I don't know what Execute is doing.
Dying.
Yeah. And Beryl's going to get the kill. I don't even know how that happened. I thought Deft actually sniped him. So we're talking about Deft. He's up.
He'll run at you and he'll run away from you. Kind of an issue is, speaking of
running at people, clear in a lot of trouble. Tons of damage coming out from pretty much everyone as the hostile takeover. Not going to
first component, really, and now has a blasting one. But he's looking for some farm here, but he's got to ult.
Okay, that's a flash out of Renata, but that's also Shockwave down for the fight. Willer, though, again, he's just getting poked out on the team. He's just in the front. He's going to throw up that one. It's going to be a smite fight, and it goes to Pyoshik. Don't do that against this guy. He's going to hit it as now Closer going in just gets the flash out of BDD as Pyoshik gets a massive kick as the health bar is super low. Closer is a one-man army, but so is Perfect. Take a look at this Udyr. You cannot kill him as in goes Willer. One last attempt. He does take out BDD. But now it's just Closer again, and it's felt like that for a large part of this game as Sundik's disc does come up, and Closer is actually the one guy who's able to fight against Udyr, but it feels a bit short-lived as Udyr's doing almost more damage to him than Closer is. As Closer goes back in, eats a stun to the face, and now with the range will take out Perfect, and at least they get one kill.
We're really tough. Didn't. And that's basically the last nail in the coffin here for Foxes in this first game. As you mentioned, the Drake is spawning here. It's going to be the 4th one for KT unless a miracle happens. They're trying to cut KT Rolster. Likely.
They had a ward back there, it looks like. And maybe an attempt for a flank, but that's not really going to work. Willer just alone again in the front. And so much damage coming out right now. Nice pick here on a Pyoshik, but pretty tanky on this Lee Sin. He's going to get away for now as the rest of KT comes in and will help out against this one Closer. A massive burst as he does get the bailout. Another rumble in the front, but it's just not enough. Had a nice little stand, but at the end of the day, it's Udyr on top. And Willer's not going to be able to do enough here. BDD and Beryl, partners in crime. They take the ace, and that'll be the end of the game.
12 out of 15 kill participation for this Way that got deft ahead. There were some errors by Barrel, but KT came into this first game with a very clear plan. They wanted to push top, they wanted to push bottom, and set up for a Void Grub situation where they could just kill turrets so quickly. This game was all about push all the time, prio for days, and KT will win the first game of their tournament off of it. Very clean stuff here. Creativity coming out of the bottom lane, something Barrel is known for. And yeah, it was messy at times, but the strategy absolutely worked.
Oh no. Well, that's going to do it. Game number 1 goes into the hands of KT. They have a little fun in the fountain. And we have the announcer here to help out with the live cheering for KT as well.